Hello and welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock. I am your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. Today is Friday, February 17th, and we're coming at you right here on campus in the Judula Center. Today's guest is Sandra Turnquist from the Financial Aid Office. Sandra, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
We're happy to have, right?
I know.
I think it made sense. This week is Valentine's Day week to bring you in. Everybody on campus loves you, so it makes sense to have that happen. We were supposed to have Sandy here last week actually, but we had to reschedule a little bit. So we're happy to have you this week. And one of the biggest reasons you're here is because we have some fairly big news concerning students that'll be joining us next year.
We sure do.
So what we're going to do is kind of introduce those three big pieces of news. And before we do that, I'll kind of talk a little bit about this. This is phase one of a two-part restructuring we're doing of some of our pricing and the way we do financial aid here at Finlandia University. And it's kind of it's a big deal to us here at Finlandia University. Something we're excited to start right now, and more excited to see where this will go in the future.
Absolutely.
The first piece of that is actually a scholarship we have available to UP students called the UP Promise Grant. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that one? I
am extremely excited about this grant. It is a UP Promise Grant scholarship that we are giving to UP students incoming class of 2017 for students who reside in the UP and have graduated from a Upper Peninsula high school. GPA, again, 2.5, and it is for $4,000 for the year, $2,000 a semester, and you can maintain that by keeping the GPA of 2.5 at Finlandia after your first year here, and you can maintain that scholarship for the 4 years that you are here.
This is a really exciting opportunity for us.
I am so excited.
Yeah, we are the UP. We love the UP, and we love to bring in kids from the UP. Mm-hmm. So it totally makes sense to have this scholarship available, and kids from any of the high schools up here can get it. All the way over to Sault Ste. Marie to Ironwood, anywhere in between. So we're happy about that. That's for new incoming students starting in the fall. And then the other part of that that's going to be available to students outside of the UP is the service scholarship.
Correct. We have a scholarship that if you send a letter, and this is again for incoming class of 2017, did some community service outside of your area, and you have a letter sent for a recommendation letter from that person that you did, or company, or organization sent to us, we'll give you a $2,000 scholarship. And you can maintain that scholarship by doing community service hours here. It's $1,000 a semester. And we will give you that scholarship each semester, each year, $2,000 for the 4 years that you are here. And you must have a 2.5 GPA as well.
And this one's another one that both of these really hit to the core of Finlandia. The UP one hits regionally, to our homeland here in the UP, something that we're excited to bring all these people to that are going to be getting the service scholarship. In service, community service is something also that's really core to what we do here, providing education, helping these students grow. And it's really important that people get out in their community and provide this community service. So again, you're going to need to do some sort of community service in your area that you're from, and have a letter written and sent over to probably your admissions officer, and then that'll circulate to our financial aid office. Mm-hmm. So it's a good opportunity here to get another $2,000 to make college more affordable. And then the final piece of news that's related to this is the frozen tuition.
Yes, we have frozen tuition for next year, and we also froze room and board. So there is no price increase. We did not increase our tuition charges or room and board charges for next year.
And I pay a lot of attention to higher ed market, and this is not common. You look statewide. I don't know if there's any other schools in our state that have done the same thing for next year. It's challenging. But it's something that we feel is important with what we're trying to do moving forward.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And again, the frozen tuition will stay with you. You will be charged the tuition prices for those 4 years that you are here as well.
Yeah, because the Finlandia for Finlandia Future, these are two tuition initiatives we instituted several years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and those will be you can use those as well as the Promise Grant Service Scholarship for the 4 years you're here at Finlandia University. So again, the kids that coming here in the fall of 2017 have some really great opportunities financially.
Absolutely, yeah, and I'm excited to work with them.
Talking to Travis Hansen over in the admissions office, he mentioned that these are the best awards he's seen yet since he's been here, which is something that I think will help students feel more confident, going for their education.
Right, talking to the families now, I just see the excitement that they are sharing with us and the area about this. So.
Excellent. A couple other things I want to talk about.
Okay.
The priority deadline is coming up soon. Tell us a little bit about what that means. The priority deadline is March 1st.
And priority deadline is a state deadline. Each state has a priority deadline on the FAFSA form, which is the federal form you file each year if you are interested in federal or state aid. The priority deadline for the state of Michigan is March 1st. So if you are interested in the state for financial aid, do that by March 1st. And of course, if you have any questions, give me a call. I'll be willing to help you.
And it's important, and we'll go over this a little bit more with one of the questions we received from somebody, but it's important to do that as soon as you can. That March 1st deadline is a part of I don't want to say a guarantee, but the state recommends doing it by then in order to get some of the funding options that are there.
Right, and each state has a different deadline. So check with your state website to see what that deadline is.
Or call Sandy. That's always a good
or call
option.
me. I'll look that up for you, sure.
Let's actually go take a step back here. Tell us a little bit about when you came to Finlandia and what brought you here.
Well, I started here in education. I wanted to go to travel services. I started going here in 1991 and graduated from that and just ended up with a job in the financial aid office. Been here ever since, 21 years.
So yeah, last year we celebrated your 20th anniversary of employment.
Yeah.
That's it's quite an accomplishment, and we're, from everybody that I've talked to here in the Finlandia family, everybody loves you. Like I said, it's Valentine's Day. We're all happy to have Sandy as part of our Valentine's Day week.
Valentine's Day.
What are some of your favorite parts of Finlandia? What keeps you motivated to be here?
Oh my, it's different each year, but it's the students, the family, the feel. And the students even say it once they come here. It's a small community. It's the just the closeness we all have, and the employees I work with are great.
That's awesome to hear. It is a fun place to be and work. And for those of you tuning in on WMPL 920 AM, which we are on every Friday morning, we're actually going to cut it off here. So thank you so much for listening. If you want to catch, we have a couple of questions that came in from some potential students. So if you want to catch the full edition, go to finlandia.edu/Fridays. And for those of you listening on the radio, thank you, and we'll see you guys next Friday. And for everybody else, thank you for sticking with us here. We have a couple questions that came in for Sandy talking financial aid. The first one is actually from Andrew in Engadine. So Andrew was wondering, when is the best time to go out and apply for financial aid?
Well, Andrew, I would say the earlier the better. Now, this year is the first year that the students can apply for financial aid, October 1st of 2016. So it is out there. Usually it was January 1 of the year that you're attending. So October 1st was the date that you were able to apply for financial aid. So go out there now, and if you have questions, just give us a call. We can guide you through it. The sooner the better, I say.
That's good to know.
Money goes fast.
And by applying, that means filling out the FAFSA and calling the school? Is that?
Sure, absolutely. And if you have any questions on certain schools, each school is different. So go ahead and contact that school. Give us a call, and we can guide you in the right direction for sure.
The next question actually came from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the scholarships we have here is called the Ambassador Scholarship, and it's the first student from each state to actually commit to coming to Finlandia University.
Yep.
So this could be your Iowa one. I don't have many details on this, but Jen was wondering, what is the purpose of the FAFSA?
The purpose of the FAFSA is to see what types of federal aid and state aid you qualify for. Should you go to a school in Iowa, which Jen, come to Michigan. Go ahead and contact that state of Michigan. They'll have your information in any state aid that's available. They'll have your name on file to see if you have anything qualify. And federal aid, grants, scholarships, loans, etc. If you're interested in that. Of course, you don't have to file the FAFSA, but it doesn't hurt.
And then next question came actually from a local person. This is Mark up in Calumet. He's wondering what is the let me make sure. So what are the things you can expect as going through the financial aid process in terms of what kind of awards can you get? I think he's kind of talking about scholarships, that kind of thing.
Well, it's all qualification. It's based on the information that you put on the FAFSA. There's Pell grants, other federal grants, state grants, and subsidized, unsubsidized loans you can.
Excellent.
qualify for.
The final question I have, and this is kind of coming from me, and I like to, anytime you're talking to somebody who's helping people out, I like to make sure you ask this question: what's one piece of advice you'd give? And by one, I mean the most important piece of advice you'd give to somebody looking to start their financial aid process or looking to start the college search process.
Contact the schools upon getting your award letter. That is not the final. Each school has different avenues to go ahead and look for scholarships and grants. Give us a call. We can guide you in the right direction. Look in every little nook and corner. We're small, so we take pride into that. The staff, the financial aid staff, just really takes the time. Your initial award may not have that information on it. So give us a call once you get that, and we will help you through that process.
And in the show notes here for this Finlandia Fridays episode, we'll have contact information for Sandy, as well as Jen Lytle over in your department
Jen.
here. She's great. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week and every week for Finlandia Fridays. This is episode 16. It's been a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting. We've had a lot of followers, especially on Facebook. A lot of people checking in. Our email subscriber rate continues to grow. So for those of you who didn't know, we have a newsletter that we send out every Friday with a link to watch the video. And we, of course, all of this is available via audio, so you can tune in on iTunes or Stitcher or any other podcasting app. We try to make sure this is available to everybody, so make sure you tune in on whatever outlet works best for you. And be sure to contact us with any questions or ideas for improvement. This weekend here at Finlandia, it's senior night for our basketball teams and our women's hockey team. Always kind of an emotional weekend. So if you're around campus, be sure to come out and support your student athletes, your peers who have put so much into their sport over their 4 years, especially those seniors.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Sandy.
You're welcome. Likewise. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, and we will see you guys next Friday.